Hello everyone, let's figure out how to play Alluring Treasure. First of all, what do we find in the box? This is the game board. The Wheel of Fortune, game pieces, dice, tokens, movement cards, artifact cards, hero cards, gold in game currency, and of course the rules. First we get ready to play. After each player takes a game piece, a token, an artifact card, and a hero card, the Wheel of Fortune is spun. The color of the stone that matches the color of the game piece determines the player's role and the order of their turn. The one whose arrow lands on sector 1 with this scroll symbol in the game is designated as the seeker and is declared the winner. The others become catchers. You can start the game. First, the seeker takes a movement card and, without showing it to anyone, names the price of the last location. In this case, it's 4,000. Then, the catchers take their turns in the order determined by the Wheel of Fortune and choose where to wait for the player. The first player has access to 9 locations. The second player gets the remaining 6, and the third player gets the remaining 3. When 2 players occupy a location of the same value, that location loses 1 point in value. So, it's no longer 4,000, but 2,000, or not 2,000, but 1,000, but not less than that. If all 3 players occupy a location of the same value, that location loses 2 points in price, but it can't be worth less than 1,000. Next, the seeker reveals the movement card, shows it to everyone, and moves through the locations in the order marked on it. If all 3 players occupy a location of the same value, that location loses 2 points in price, but it can't be worth less than a 1,000. Next, the seeker reveals the movement card, shows it to everyone, and moves through the locations in the order marked on it. Here at the first location, he manages to get $2,000. Then, at the second location, it's only $1,000 that he receives. Finally, at the third location, unfortunately, he got caught by the authorities. When the catcher catches the seeker, a fight happens. Both players roll the dice, and the one who rolls the highest value wins. The winner can take a token from the player, such as take their roll, or take the amount of gold that the seeker would have received at that location. Now, for instance, let's talk about tokens. When a player collects 3 tokens, they can exchange them for 1 additional artifact. When a player collects all 4 tokens, they can exchange them for 2 additional artifacts. After the artifacts are received, the tokens go back to the players. Now, let's talk a bit about artifacts. You can sell them to other players, negotiating the price, and you can also sell them to the bank. How much the bank will pay you for them is decided by a dice roll, and you can get anywhere from 1 to 6,000 gold. You can also buy artifacts from the bank. Each artifact costs 5,000. But when you acquire it, choose without looking at the top one from the columns. Artifacts are divided into rewarding and cursed. Rewarding artifacts give you an advantage over your opponents in the game, while cursed artifacts allow you to cast curses on those very opponents. Artifacts are also divided into consumable and permanent. Consumable ones go back to the deck after use, while permanent ones have a note on how many years they can be used. As an example of a consumable artifact, let's look at the Aphrodite's mirror. When you use it, the gold earned from the opponent goes to you, and the artifact goes back to the deck. As an example of a permanent artifact, let's look at the Macau Hutu. When you use it once every 4 turns, you get 2 dice for the entire game.